The Real Housewives of New Jersey recently learned that the reunion for season 14 would not take place. However, Andy Cohen says that after the finale airs, everything will make sense. However, Teresa Giudice was prepared to reveal her plans for that reunion on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Teresa Giudice shared some insider information with viewers during Sunday's broadcast of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. She talks about how fans shouldn't miss the fantastic finale of RHONJ season 14, but she is also disappointed that the customary reunion won't take place. As many recall, Jon Fuda accused Teresa's husband, Louis Rulis, of looking into Jaden's mother on that RHONJ season 13 reunion. "I have a question," Jon said. "Why did Teresa and Louis choose to involve the mother of my child in this? Why were you guys investigating me?" However, Louis repeatedly denied that he had engaged a detective. Teresa informed followers of her intended approach after realizing that the season 14 reunion would not take place. Andy Cohen hopes Teresa's plans are realized. Teresa Giudice had a lot to say about the cancellation of the reunion with Andy Cohen. "I was going to bring an envelope, and I was going to take something out of the envelope, so it's a shame we aren't having a reunion," she added. She was undoubtedly alluding to the scene from the season 13 reunion. Jon, however, did not open the package during the season 13 reunion, in contrast to Teresa's plan. Teresa adds, "I wanted to make sure we have reunion, but I was going to bring it tonight. Perhaps we'll have you back before the season ends," taunts Andy Cohen. A different approach. Andy Cohen hints that the RHONJ reunion is kind of like the reunion and the finale all in one, even if it isn't happening. Teresa Giudice replies, "It is, in agreement." She did, however, want everyone to know that she had a plan for the reunion that would correct the misconceptions surrounding Rachel Fuda and her husband, Jon Fuda. Teresa is aware that the conclusion is worth seeing, though. "Almost everything I had to say will be seen by everyone this season," she says. "Therefore, everyone will need to pay attention and observe." This new direction isn't necessarily a bad one, even though it differs from other seasons. The stars were still working out their lingering conflicts during RHONJ season 14. Dolores Catania, Margaret Josephs, Jennifer Aydin, Danielle Cabral, Jackie Goldschneider, Rachel Fuda, Melissa Gorka, Teresa Giudice, and Jen Fessler continue to grow apart. According to an insider who spoke to People, a reunion is supposed to have resolution, and it's evident in the season finale that there is no path forward in that type of setting. Therefore, the network is coming up with a new idea to end the season. Teresa isn't giving up, though. "He accused my husband of reaching out to his ex that was in jail, and why would he do that?" she claims, alluding to Jon Fuda. She definitely plans to have the final say. "I'm going to finish the fight because they threw the first punch," she continues. "Believe me, when it comes to the Real Housewives of New Jersey, nothing is ever truly final, especially when Teresa Giudice is involved." After Bravo confirmed that season 14 of the Garden State franchise would not culminate in the traditional reunion special, fans were stunned. The reunion, typically the climactic battleground where feuds reach their boiling point, apologies are demanded, and loyalties are tested, has been a staple of the series. Without it, viewers are left hanging. But if there's one thing Teresa Giudice isn't known for, it's silence. Despite the cancellation, insiders say Teresa has made it clear she's not about to let her castmates or her critics have the last word. A shock to the fans. The reunion's cancellation was framed by Bravo as a production decision, meant to give the cast time to reset, after what was reportedly the most toxic and fractured season in years. On screen, the season showed Teresa navigating deep family rifts, particularly with brother Joe Gorga and sister-in-law Melissa. Layered on top of that were conflicts with newer cast members who weren't afraid to challenge the OG of Jersey. The absence of a reunion left fans buzzing on social media. Some felt robbed of closure, while others wondered if the toxicity had simply gone too far. Teresa needs the reunion, one longtime fan tweeted. It's her arena. Taking it away is like taking away her boxing ring. And indeed, the reunion stage has long been where Teresa has cemented her dominance. From flipping the script on enemies to breaking down in emotional admissions, it has been her battleground. Teresa's determination to speak. According to a source close to production, Teresa is furious about being denied the chance to face off with her castmates in front of the cameras one last time this season. She feels like people got away with saying things about her that she hasn't responded to, the insider explained. The reunion is where she gets her redemption, or at least her rebuttal. Teresa doesn't let anyone else write the final chapter. Those close to her say she has been toying with different ways to ensure her voice is heard. Whether it's through her Namus to be Dollarch's podcast, a sit-down interview, or a carefully orchestrated social media video, Teresa reportedly has no plans of fading quietly into the background. She's weighing her options, the insider added. But one thing is for sure, Teresa will get the last word. The legacy of Teresa at reunions. It's worth remembering that Teresa's most iconic Housewives moments have often unfolded at reunions. Who could forget her explosive confrontations with Danielle Staub, her infamous walk-offs, or her direct clashes with Andy Cohen himself? The reunion stage is where Teresa cemented her reputation as the heartbeat and lightning rod of RHONJ. By denying the season 14 cast a reunion, Bravo has inadvertently created a vacuum of unfinished business. Teresa knows this, and her instincts tell her to step into that vacuum before someone else does. She views it as a disservice to the fans, another Bravo insider shared. She's convinced that people tune in specifically to hear her set the record straight. Family feuds unresolved. The Giudice Gorga saga remains the central storyline. This season saw tensions escalate to levels some fans found almost unbearable. There were screaming matches, accusations of betrayal, and scenes so heavy that many wondered if there was any path forward for the family. Normally, the reunion would serve as the bookend, a place where Joe, Melissa, and Teresa could hash it out in front of millions, with Andy Cohen trying to mediate. Without that, the conflict lingers like a storm cloud. Teresa feels like Joe and Melissa will spin their version of the story without her present, a source close to the Giudice camp said. She's not going to let that happen. If Bravo won't give her the stage, she'll build her own. Andy Cohen's perspective. Andy Cohen, the executive producer and reunion host, has been careful with his words about the cancellation. On his Sirius XM show, he acknowledged that sometimes the level of division makes it difficult to stage a reunion that feels constructive. We reached a point where people weren't talking, Cohen said. And if they were, it was screaming, we needed a reset. But while Cohen may be calling for a reset, Teresa seems intent on doubling down. For her, silence is surrender. The fans demand answers. If Bravo thought the reunion cancellation would cool down the fandom, they underestimated Jersey loyalty. Fans have flooded Instagram comments and Reddit threads, demanding Teresa, Melissa, and other cast members address the season's unfinished battles. Some are even calling for a reunion alternative, like a digital special, a one-on-one with Andy, or even a cast confessional-style wrap-up episode. And if Bravo doesn't deliver, Teresa may just seize the opportunity to produce her own version. Teresa knows her fans are behind her. One Bravo blogger noted, she's not going to let them down. She's the OG, and she takes that role seriously. What comes next? So how might Teresa deliver her final word? Insiders point to several possibilities. Podcast special. Teresa could dedicate an entire episode of Namus to be Dollarch's to addressing season 14 head-on, naming names and giving her side of the drama. Exclusive interview. A sit-down with Andy Cohen or another major outlet would give her a platform with wide reach. Social media power move. A live Instagram session or pre-recorded video could allow her to control the narrative, unfiltered. Book teasers. Teresa has been known to parlay drama into new ventures. Dropping bombshells in a memoir update wouldn't be out of character. Whatever route she takes, the throw line is clear. Teresa is not finished speaking. A fitting finale. In some ways, the cancellation has only amplified Teresa's voice. By denying the traditional format, Bravo has inadvertently created a cliffhanger. And for a woman who thrives on drama and spectacle, that's fertile ground. Whether you love her, fear her, or roll your eyes at her, one thing is certain: Teresa Giudice doesn't fade into silence. She charges forward, determined to define the final word, even when the cameras stop rolling. As one fan wrote on Twitter, "Cancel the reunion all you want, Bravo. Teresa is the reunion." And maybe that's the point. No matter what decision the network makes, Teresa Giudice has already staked her claim. The last word belongs to her.